Hey guys, how is everyone today? Happy Tuesday. I wasn't around last week. I really didn't think you wanted to see my sniffling, sneezing, horrible self, so I thought I would take a week off. Today, I want to talk to you about a little thing that we all do to ourselves, or at least most people I know. Um, do you ever, that funny one in our group who does self-depreciating jokes and always putting themselves down and making everything a joke at their expense? Maybe you are that person. Do you know why we do that? We do it because we've learned over the course of our lives that, well, if I put myself down first, or if I'm harder on myself than anybody else, then they can't hurt me, right? If I call myself stupid before anybody else can call me stupid, then it won't sting as much. So we're constantly putting ourselves down to deflect what we assume others are going to do, right? We're always assuming that people are thinking the worst of us or that they're expecting more from us than we're giving. So we're going to put ourselves down first, beat them to the punch. Some people are like that with relationships. They'll actually, oh, well, everything is going great, but I'm going to sabotage this and break off with them before they can hurt me. Right? Or things are going really great at a job and you're feeling really comfortable. So you're going to start slowly sabotaging that so that you're fitting into the narrative of I'm not good enough and I'm not smart enough for this job. And you make it so. And you create what you think you are. You hear a lot of people say, oh, I just attract all the idiots. Right? And Gary John Bishop is really good with this one. It's like, no, you don't attract all the idiots. You find them. You know what you're looking for. You've got this unspoken set of criteria in a person because you know that person and you know the narrative that's going to happen so that when it doesn't work, you can say, well, see, I knew I wasn't lovable. So we are creating our story all the time. We're cheating on our healthy eating habits and then saying, well, see, I can't stick with anything. I'm lazy. I'm not disciplined. Instead of trying to figure out why things don't work out for us, we just say, well, see, that's just my narrative and I can't change it. But I have a surprise. You can change your narrative. You can change your story and make it what you want it to be. It is very simple to do so. It's just not easy. And you've heard me say this before. There are things that are simple in life. You just have to do A, B, C, D, and it can get done. But it's not going to be easy because you're changing your patterns, you're breaking out of your comfort zones, you're creating new pathways in your brain to have new ways of thinking. All of these things are physically and emotionally hard, but you can do it, okay? We need to focus on our positive self-talk and looking and checking into ourselves every day to say, okay, now, when you start to think to yourself, well, see, I knew this was going to happen, stop it right there and say, wait, what did I do unconsciously to make this happen? Okay. I'm going to use a silly example from my own life. I've always told myself I'm bad with money. Okay. So, but how do I perpetuate this myth of being bad with money? Well, I don't balance my checkbook. So I don't know exactly how much money I've got. Perhaps I will pay bills, but I won't write it in the checkbook. So I don't know how many bills I paid with that week's paycheck. And it's like, and when they come back and I have a negative balance, it's like, see, I told you I was bad with money. It's like, no, I'm perpetuating this myth by not writing things down and saying, okay, this is how much, writing a budget. When I started to do that and I started to realize my myth, I created a budget and I said, okay, this is how much I have coming in. These weeks I can pay these and these weeks I can pay that, balancing that checkbook. And it's like, wow, look at that. I'm actually not bad with money. I'm just lazy with money, and perpetuating the myth that money's hard to come by. So whatever the myth you're perpetuating, I need you to sit down, write it down, write down what you think. What do you think you are? What do you think you're not? Where is your area that you want to improve? Write it down. And then I want you to write down all the ways that you perpetuate that myth. And what do you do when you find yourself succeeding in life? How do you sabotage it? By perpetuating your myth. And how can you not do that next time? Okay. If you need some support and if you have questions about this little exercise, let me know. Give me a call, give me a ring, text me, and we'll go through it. But I need you to be really clear with yourself. What am I doing to keep myself stuck in a place that I think I belong to be in? Okay. Because none of us belong or deserve to be broke and miserable and unhappy and in bad relationships and in bad situations. None of us deserve that. So you need to figure out why you think you do, and you need to reframe your mindset to get yourself in the place where you actually do deserve to be. And that's happy,